We're going to have fun. We're going to get loose. We're going to conjure up some spirits. That's the motto for the show. We're going to have fun, get loose, and conjure up some spirits.
Yay.
Some strange spirits.
Yay.
Let's get loose and conjure up spirits. What's up, guys? I'm Britt.
I'm Dee.
You are listening to the first ever episode of It's a Strange World After All, your one-stop podcast shop for true crime cases, supernatural stories, conspiracy theories, urban legends, and so much more.
Yay. So I'll start with why I wanted to start this podcast. For as long as I can remember, I've always been into true crime. And then as I got older, I just got weird. And so I just started watching like videos about like ghosts and alien abductions and all kind of crazy stuff. But I just feel like, why can't we just talk about that? Like, and there are not that many people of color doing these kind of podcasts.
This is true.
So that's my main reason. I've just been passionate about it for a long time. What about you?
Okay. I'm
sorry.
Why I wanted to start this podcast. Well, number one, I love talking.
Yes, that is true. I can confirm this.
It's not coming from like a place of like conceitedness.
Oh, no, I know.
I just like to talk.
Can't help it.
No, I can't help it. I used to get in trouble in school, especially elementary school, for talking too much. They used to be like, she has straight A's. She's a great student. She just talked too much. So that's number one. I figured I should use my gift for something. Also, same thing as you. We grew up in a family where they had a book club of Stephen King books. I watched Stephen King's It when I was like maybe 5.
Oh my God.
I was terrified, but I loved it all at the same time. Also, people intrigue me. I'm really interested in like human behavior and things like that. I am a psychology major.
Let it be known.
Let it be known. So yeah, human behavior really interests me. Also, supernatural interests me a lot. I do believe in an afterlife. I do believe in good and evil, angels and demons, things like that. I also consider myself an empath. I said it here. You can come for me. Who gonna check me, boo? I honestly feel people's feelings. I also think that I'm sensitive to the supernatural and things like that. So that's another reason, why I wanted to start a podcast. Also, I would love to walk into my job, hit a Jerry Maguire moment.
Same.
And walk on out. So,
yes.
Yeah. Oh, also, because we are launching the podcast during Black History Month, we wanted to feature stories revolving around Black lives. Through the hardships, the disregard, the racism, through it all, your story matters.
Yes, I love that. So, going from that to demons.
Wait, I told her, maybe we should use this as our first episode. Here we go. Maybe we should use this as our first episode because it was lighthearted.
And I'm like, what's lighthearted? Demons?
I was like, well, it's not like death or rape. It's just demons.
Demons. It's a little old demon. Yeah, this story, and it involves, like we said, we're doing it for Black History Month, so it involves a Black family.
Which, when you brought this story to me, at first, I was like, you know how Charlemagne the God is with Black men, don't she? I was like, quote, Black people don't get possessed. We already have so much shit going on. Demons are just like, nah. Or we're like, nah, I ain't got time for that. But then I found out they were possibly Catholic. And this is of no offense to anyone Catholic. I'm not like repping my set. But my theory is that Catholics know something that we don't know.
They have to. I never thought about that before, but they have to.
Like when you think about the movies or cases over demonic possession, I feel like it's always someone that practices Catholicism.
Yes.
What are y'all doing?
I never thought about that before. Oh.
Y'all, they gonna be there. We might be the leftovers.
We might. That's the way we going now. We might.
It's snowing in Texas. It
is 14 degrees. We were not ready. I mean, we should have been ready because we knew. Yeah. We believe it when we see it.
And we seen it. We seen it now.
Okay, let's get into these demons. In November 2011, Latoya Ammons, her mother, Rosa Campbell, and her 3 children, at the time ages 7, 9, and 12, moved into a house located in 3860 Carolina Street in Gary, Indiana. It is reported that in order to protect her children, she never released the names to the media. But I found the names, but out of respect, I didn't put it in here. In December, the family claims that horseflies mysteriously swarmed the front porch, like in The Exorcist.
Oh, yeah.
The flies kept returning even after the family thought they had gotten rid of them all. One day, the flies just disappeared. Rosa, Latoya's mother, claims that after midnight...
Oh, I wanted to talk about the flies.
Oh, go ahead.
It just would have been way more effective.
Oh.
Yeah. Flies. Horse flies.
Yes. What about horse flies?
Disgusting. No, I don't know. It just made me think of Angelica because she's like terrified of flies.
Yes.
And especially like big flies. And I just imagine her standing on the porch looking out at these big ass flies swarming.
Oh my God.
Shout out. Love you, Angelica.
Angelica. Okay. Rosa, Latoya's mother, claims that after midnight, her and Latoya occasionally heard footsteps in the basement and doors creaking. One night, Rosa heard a loud crash in the basement. She told Latoya what she heard and they went to investigate. However, once they got in the basement, they didn't see anything.
Would you have gone to investigate?
No.
Okay, so this is my thing with Black folks. Yes, I'm calling you out. Y'all be complaining when like you watch a movie. Yes, y'all, you Blacks.
We
complain.
You too.
When you go to a movie, you see someone go check out a sound.
Yeah.
But if you're in a house by yourself and you hear something, what do? You either have to check out the sound or call the police.
Get under the covers.
You're going to get tagged.
You don't know that.
You're going to get tagged. It ain't like an intruder is going to come in and be like, oh, she must have left. They see your ass laying under the blanket. Like, go check out the sound. That's all I'm saying. Rosa said she awoke one night and saw a shadowy figure of a man pacing back and forth in the living room. She jumped out of bed to investigate. Again, because you should investigate. You better go, Rosa. And found large, wet boot prints. She also claimed she was choked by an unknown force. Now, after that, then just call the cops.
Yeah.
But you
because you're getting touched now, so...
we getting touched now. That's all. Like Rosa standing in the middle of the bedroom and she's like, you touching? Is that what we doing? We touching?
We touching now?
Call the cops. On March 10th, 2012, the family had friends over after a funeral. At around 2 a.m., Latoya's 12-year-old daughter was said to have levitated above her bed like something out of The Exorcism.
Okay.
You walk in, you see Deja.
Oh my God.
That's her niece.
What
do you do? The power of Christ compels you.
That's a tough one, because what would you do?
I don't do that.
Like, you don't know until you're in that position, because, yeah, it's my niece. You're my niece.
Yeah.
You could have used you as an example.
Oh, I'm levitating.
Why do you have to use the younger one?
I feel like she had a better chance than me.
Like, I honestly don't know what I would do. Like, what do you...
She was watching The Craft. Light as a feather, stiff as a bar. She was completely unconscious at the time. The family prayed until she returned to bed. The daughter had no memory of the incident. So I guess the best bet would have been to have
pray. Oh, yeah.
Look, all these are demons. I don't think that I could handle it, though.
I know I couldn't handle it. The older son was allegedly thrown across the room by an unseen force.
We gotta get out. We gotta go.
Yeah. Move at this point. From the flies, I would have left. Yeah.
All I can think of is I'm tired of these flies on this mother. Yeah. That's what I would have loved to, I think.
Yeah. The younger son experienced a minor possession. Reports say that his eyes rolled into the back of his head. He was growling, saying, "It's time to die, and I will kill you."
This is really intense. And I don't want people to feel like we're not taking their case seriously, because of course we are.
We are.
Yeah.
We've had things happen to us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just really intense. And oftentimes, this is for the white people out there. Oftentimes we as Black people take like our pain or our trauma and we turn it into something positive or something funny. So don't think that because we're laughing, we're joking about it. Not at all.
If you need a reference, check out Black Twitter.
Taking pain and coronavirus.
I don't know what I would do in that situation either. Like, he's possessed.
Yeah.
Like, it's too much.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
The family called local churches, but most refused to listen. Eventually, after listening to Rosa and Latoya talk about the house and visiting it, officials from one church told them their home had spirits in it. They recommended the family clean the home with bleach and ammonia, then use oil to draw crosses on every door and window. Why are you laughing?
Because of what you're about to say about what Latoya did. It was like Latoya took that advice and was like go ahead.
Latoya said she poured olive oil on her 3 children's hands and feet, then smeared the oil in the shape of crosses on their foreheads.
Latoya was like, I'm not taking your advice, I'm not playing the blood. We were bathing in the oil. We rubbed the house down in oil.
Man, I mean, I would have did the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm not about to play with none of these demons.
I'm not about to play with these demons. Latoya and Rosa reached out to 2 clairvoyants. So essentially they reached out to like 2 mediums, kind of like me. Yeah, like empaths. They're sensitive. So they're sensitive to things like that, like to energies, supernatural.
No, but they also communicate.
Oh, no, that's what I was saying. Mediums communicate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mediums do not empaths.
No, some empaths, look it up. Spirits? I'm telling you guys, Google this. Some empaths can, because they're sensitive to like energies and things like that, some empaths can communicate.
Okay, you learn something new every day.
Here. I ain't never said nothing to a dead person, but I'm working on my skills.
Please don't.
You're the one that bought a Ouija board.
Oh, we should have pulled it out for this episode and just put it for energy, like put it on the table.
They said that the home had been taken over by more than 200 demons. They were told by the clairvoyants that the best thing to do would be to move out. But like any horror movie about a family who moves into a haunted house, they couldn't afford to move out.
200?
200 demons. 200 demons.
It's a lot. Like now that like I'm reading it, and like even when we watched the documentary, I don't think they mentioned
Just how
like
many.
how many.
Instead, they set up an altar in the basement. Latoya then burned sage throughout the house, starting upstairs and working her way down while quoting Bible scriptures. She claims the smoke was so thick that they could hardly breathe. My thing is, I'm not trying to be funny, did she open the windows when she saged?
That's a good question, because it seems like she didn't know too much about it. She was just going by what the clairvoyant said. So if you don't know about it, you wouldn't know to open the windows. You would just sage.
Right.
So maybe she didn't. Maybe she didn't.
Yes. And then for those of you listening that don't know much about like smudging and sage and things like that, you have to open up windows and doors if you can to let the negative energy out, those negative spirits out. So maybe that's something she didn't do. Also, sage does not have the best smell, in my opinion. So
no, it doesn't.
Just open the window.
Yeah. That's why I use Palo Santo.
Palo Santo. I still can't even remember the name of that. I'm always like, what did she say it was? Palo Santo? Palo Pops?
I like the smell. And it keeps away like insects and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to have to burn the one that you got me.
Yeah.
Latoya said as a result of burning the sage, nothing happened for 3 days. Then things took a turn for the worse. I had a theory about this. Demons make a mockery of the number 3. It is a representation of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
So I felt like maybe... Also, she has 3 kids.
She does.
So it was like unlucky numbers. That's why I don't like odd numbers. Because 13, 3, unlucky numbers.
Yeah.
But that was also something that I thought about. It also made me think about when we stayed at the intro. Shout out the intro apartments in Dallas.
Don't shout them out. Don't shout that
they got
piece of crap out.
Backsplash in the kitchen.
I guess.
I used to wake up at 3 o'clock all the time. It would either be between 3 and 3:15. And I would like wake up, just lay there and be like, please don't be 3 o'clock. And it would be 3 o'clock. And I'm like, is this demons pushing on my bladder? The demons wanted me to pee.
That's the same place where I saw a shadow figure.
Oh, you weren't the only one that saw that shadow figure.
Oh, Angelica saw it too. She told me she saw it too.
I saw it too.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to say that I was with Angelica when I saw it because I feel like we were sitting maybe in my room and thought Troy was home or something. Like we literally saw a figure walk down the hall.
Y'all saw it way before I even saw it.
Maybe.
Because when I saw it, Troy was already gone. He had already left like a while ago. Like a
little bit after he left.
But yeah, that's where I saw it. What is that place built on? Is it like built on
Indian burial ground?
I don't know.
There was some crazy stuff that happened there.
Yes. We could do another episode.
Definitely,
on that.
Yeah, definitely get into it. But don't move into the intro unless you like haunted stuff. Allegedly, we could not be held responsible for anything that's said in this podcast.
They said demons possessed Latoya and her 3 children. The kids' eyes bulged, evil smiles spread across their faces, and their voices deepened.
Make you uncomfortable.
It does.
It make you want to be like...
And then when I'm uncomfortable, I laugh a lot too. So I'm like...
Same. Don't take us to a funeral.
Lord.
It'll be terrible.
Rosa says the demons didn't affect her because she was born with protection from evil. How? Was I born? Wait. How you get that?
I said, wait. My thing is, what is the protection?
Yeah.
And then why she couldn't extend it to the family?
Exactly.
Like, is it a family thing? Is it a medium clairvoyancy type?
You think she might be like a medium? Possibly.
Maybe. But then why did they have to hire other...
She probably didn't know.
I don't know.
Because, like, Black people don't talk about stuff like this because they don't want people to think that they're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe she never even thought about it. Maybe she, like, dismissed it.
Yeah.
And was like, I'm just,
That's possible.
So
She didn't know that she had the gift of clairvoyance.
yes. She said that she and others like her have a guardian who protects them. I want one.
You don't know what you got.
Latoya says she felt weak, lightheaded, and warm when she was possessed. Her body shook and she felt out of control. The youngest boy was discovered sitting in a closet talking to a young boy that no one else could see.
That's every movie every thriller movie in existence. I don't play with babies and dogs.
No.
If a dog is barking for no reason, Roscoe, you gotta go. And if a baby or toddler is talking to the air, demons, you gotta go.
Exactly. If the Lord sees fit to bless me with a child, soon as something like that happens, they out of there.
Throw the whole baby away.
Throw the whole baby away. The other boy was describing what it felt like to be killed. The daughter would later tell mental health professionals that she sometimes felt as if she were being choked and held down so she couldn't speak or move. That to me sounds like sleep paralysis. Because that happens to me a lot.
Same.
But have you ever seen anything?
I'm trying to think. I don't know that I've ever seen anything. I've just woken up and not been able to, like, physically not been able to move.
So I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about sleep paralysis, but I was like, I've never seen anything.
No.
And a lot of people who have it, they describe seeing like a shadow figure or something, or something demonic.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
But my thing is, like, when it happens to me, I can't move anything, so I can't even open my eyes.
I can open my eyes. I just can't move. It literally looks like, what's the show? With the lady from You. She was loving You. Haunted House on...
I used to say House on Haunted.
No.
The Haunting of Hill House.
Okay, yes. Remember she struggled with sleep paralysis, but her eyes were... So it's literally one of the most helpless feelings ever. You're laying there. Is. Usually my eyes are open and I'm just like, I can't move. Sometimes I can't even breathe. Like, Crystal told me, hey, you stop breathing in your sleep. Yeah. Like,
that is...
It's pretty scary. Isn't sleep like the closest thing to death?
Don't come in here with that. No, I don't want to think about that.
Your body systems, like the way that they...
It is, but okay. I know we're talking about demons, but I don't want to
go to sleep.
I'm not.
Like the doctor's like, oh, why haven't you gone to sleep since February 14th?
It's Valentine's Day.
I don't want to die.
I don't like to think about death.
I'm sorry.
I can't. She says she heard a voice say she'd never see her family again and wouldn't live another 20 minutes. Some nights were so bad the family slept in hotels.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
The family reached out to their physician, Geoffrey.
I think it's just Jeffrey.
I know. I knew it was Jeffrey. I just wanted to make it fancy.
Oh, okay. Let's see if you can get this last name right.
The family reached out to their physician, Jeffrey Onyeuku, on April 19th, 2012. I know words. When he visited the home during the haunting, he noted that their behavior was delusional. Someone from his office contacted the police, and the children were taken to the hospital. The older boy was described as acting rationally, while the younger boy screamed and thrashed about. It took 7 men to hold him down.
And that's the youngest son.
Yeah, the youngest son.
Oh.
So this is a kid. The fact that it took this many adult men to take him down proves that something strange is happening.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I think that too. Because it's a little boy.
Yeah. No matter how uncontrollable he was, either one... Definitely no more than 2, I would have felt like would have been able to, what do you call it, sustain him.
Yeah. Oh, look at you.
Sometimes. Swing and a miss. Sometime after this, the Department of Child Services, or DCS, is how we're going to refer to them, was alerted on what was happening with the family. They assigned Valerie Washington to the case. DCS believed that the children were performing for their mother. They just thought it was a joke. Or
Basically, that like she was just telling them what to do.
Yeah.
Stories published in outlets such as the New York Daily News reported that DCS personnel Valerie Washington allegedly witnessed the youngest boy walking up the walls backwards. So he then flipped over his grandmother, Rosa, landing on his feet. He never let go of her hand while this was happening. Valerie and the nurse ran out of the room and reported what they saw to a doctor.
I'm about to cry.
It is intense. When they returned to the room, the boy was acting as if nothing happened. After this, DCS took the children into custody. They determined that the kids were in danger.
From demons, not from...
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't determine that they were in danger from demons. They thought it was the mom.
Yeah, basically. So. DCS found that Latoya neglected her children's education by not having them in school regularly. Latoya's response to this was that she could not send them to school because the spirits would make them sick or that they would be up all night without sleep.
Jive turkey. Like, what do you think is happening? They got demons to worry about. They don't care about math and social studies. They're like in school, like, y'all, we got demons we dealing with.
Man, literally.
Literal demons. In April of 2012, the family hired Father Michael Maginot.
Yes.
He received a call from a hospital chaplain. The chaplain originally asked Father Maginot to perform an exorcism on the 9-year-old son. Father Maginot says that he had never received a request like this. He interviewed the family on April 22nd, 2012 for 4 hours and concluded they were indeed being tormented by demons. During this interview, the Venetian blinds in the kitchen were swinging back and forth even though there was no air current. Maginot also said that he saw wet footprints in the living room. Was that Rosa who saw them as well? Or
yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
So see, a second person saw these footprints, DCS. Latoya complained about having a headache, so Maginot placed a crucifix on her forehead and her body started convulsing. Ugh. Okay, so related, same family, not twins. But did you know that evil spirits cannot say Jesus Christ? That's what this made me think of.
Oh.
So if someone is supposedly, so if someone is possessed, or if you're questioning whether or not someone's possessed, say you with somebody, you're like, is she possessed?
Yeah.
Just ask them to say Jesus Christ, and supposedly, if you're possessed, you can't say it. You can say his name in its entirety.
That is interesting.
She's gonna be like, say Jesus to everybody.
Look, I'm
bus
thinking,
stop, say Jesus Christ. In the line at Walmart.
Just to be sure I'm not possessed, let me try to
go ahead. See, we used to do it in college, and it's hard to do it without laughing.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Amen. Hallelujah. She got good.
I was scared.
I feel like if you're worried about being possessed, you're probably not possessed.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
So Father Maginot blessed the house, and Latoya and her mother stayed with family members until an exorcism could be performed.
In the meantime, DCS performed welfare checks on the house. Valerie Washington went back to the home with the police officers. It is said that their police radios and other equipment started to malfunction. So like me watching all these ghost hunting shows. They say that when that happens, like spirits or whatever are like draining your batteries and stuff for energy so they could get stronger. So that's why that happens.
Yeah.
Also, like if you have like a full battery, all of a sudden it'll just go dead. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're draining energy from wherever they can.
Okay. I think my Android phone was possessed.
I mean, it was an Android. No, I'm not even going to say nothing bad about Android.
She bougie.
Actually, I like my Android better than my iPhone, but let's not get into that. One officer records inside of the house and catches something saying, "Hey." Another police officer, Charles Austin, said he was sitting in his squad car when his FM/AM radio, how did he say it?
I don't even remember. FM/AM.
Began scanning through channels. He said that only static was playing when a deep voice growled over the radio. Hold on, let me... Because I want to say it how he said it. Yeah. I want to do him justice. A deep voice growled over the radio. "Hey, you in there!"
The horror. Imagine. The horror.
I was going to say Ossifer. Officer Charles Austin believed paranormal activity occurred in the house. Austin said photos he took on his phone seemed to have strange silhouettes in them. A photo published by the Indianapolis Star shows what appears to be a shadowy figure in the window. No one was home at the time this photo was taken.
That's the photo you showed me?
Yes.
Terrifying.
It looks like, because I don't want to say it looks fake, because, I mean, this is something that they went through.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to
take that away from them. Yeah.
It just looked, and then they didn't take the photo.
This is true.
So, I don't know. I'm thinking since it was a news outlet that took the photo, maybe they could have, like, did a little Photoshop just to sell, like, to sell the story. But I don't know.
Do you think we can post it for the story? Just post it on our Instagram.
On our Instagram. We should be able to post it.
Okay. We'll post that in our Instagram. Yeah. So you guys can look at it and tell us what you think.
And let us know if you think it's real or not.
I'm team terrifying. It's terrifying.
DCS demanded that Latoya take her children to therapy and stop talking to them about demons. And she complied. She was willing to do anything to get her children back.
I mean,
I think I know where you're going.
It's going to get a little racial. A bit. Okay, so in any stories involving like white families or families that are not families of color, did they take them kids away from their parent?
I don't believe they did.
But this is not an extreme case, Andrea Yates, but it was clear that she was dealing with psychological issues.
There were like a lot of red flags. And nothing was done.
Nothing was done. They're gone. Her kids are not here now. So
I don't want to be too controversial, but oh well. It seems like it was I don't know if we said this, but it was the physician that got DCS involved.
Okay.
But why? I mean, I understand why, but I don't think they should have taken her kids from her.
I don't think so either, because it wasn't proof that she was
like abusing them
But I guess they felt like if you're suffering from these delusions, then
you're not fit to take care. Yeah.
So again, I'm not asking for better treatment, fair treatment. So just maybe in future cases where white women are wilding and drowning, or saying that Satan wants to take their kids aren't clean, maybe they should do more. Do the same thing that they would have done in this case.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all.
And that's all, folks. May 10th, 2012, another group of officers investigated the house. Valerie Washington did not accompany them. She said she never wanted to go back to the house. Something happened.
I don't blame her.
So afraid she did not want to go back to the house.
I don't think she's ever said what happened. Because even in the documentary,
she didn't say what happened.
Yeah, she didn't say what happened. She just said she was scared. And I think, didn't they say that she moved? Like, she quit her job and she moved.
Yeah.
So
something
happened.
Serious happened, yeah. Another caseworker. Samantha! Samantha, is it Illick?
Illick.
Okay, yes. Samantha Illick took her place. Samantha said that she witnessed liquid dripping from the ceiling in the basement. It was ectoplasm. She said it felt slippery and sticky. Samantha also claimed that her pinky felt broken. She was too afraid to continue, so she decided to wait outside. Samantha had a string of medical problems after visiting the home. A week after visiting the home for the last time, she got third-degree burns from a motorcycle. Within 30 days, she broke 3 ribs jet skiing, broke a hand after hitting it on the table, and she broke her ankle while running in flip-flops. Why she was running in flip-flops, the world may never know. I feel like this is just Samantha.
Yeah. Because she looked like she'll be... Like, she was in a documentary. She looks like she runs in flip-flops. But that's hilarious. I'm sorry she broke her ankle. Wait, what was the vine?
Which one?
He was like, I'm going to say it. I'm not sorry you broke your elbow.
Oh, Amanda. I'm sorry you broke your ankle.
That is hilarious.
And got third-degree burn.
Father Maginot finally gets approval to perform an exorcism. I thought, okay, I don't know how long this took, but I don't think it took long enough because I feel like I've seen somewhere where it takes a while for them to like approve an exorcism. Yeah. So maybe I think if it's like an extreme case, which this is, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was weird that he got approval so fast.
Yeah.
Father Maginot thinks that he needs to cleanse Latoya before performing the exorcism. He feels like whatever is haunting the family has attached itself to Latoya. In June of 2012, Father Maginot brought Latoya to his church where he performed the cleansing. He managed to weaken the hold the evil spirits had on Latoya after a few hours. He performed 2 more exorcisms on Latoya, giving the final one in Latin.
You better go, Maginot.
After the 3rd exorcism, Father Maginot claimed Latoya was finally free.
She has been delivered. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop. I'm going to be serious for real.
Latoya found another home a year after the hauntings began, and she was reunited with her children, as she should be. There were no other reports of paranormal activity in their new home.
Of course, there were some skeptics. Charles Reed, the landlord, said he had never experienced any supernatural events at the house. Neither have any of the previous tenants. He said that the Ammons were behind on rent and used the paranormal events to avoid making payments. The tenant who moved in after Latoya had not noticed any paranormal events. Reed was convinced the events were a hoax. Reed better go on somewhere. Who has the time with 3 kids, single mother with 3 kids, to fake this?
Exactly. Like I'm too lazy to sit up here and go to those lengths to not pay my rent.
Even though, right about in this economy, looking pretty promising.
But that took a long time.
It did take a long time.
That
and then
has
to get
to
your
be,
kids involved.
Yeah. And to risk having them taken away.
Yeah.
So
The children were interviewed by psychologists, and several professionals concluded the children were acting deceptively and in accordance with their mother's beliefs. One psychologist,
So different articles had different names. So in some she was Stacy, and others she was Tracy. So I didn't know.
I'm gonna call her Stacy Trace. Stacy Trace, right? Noted that the youngest son acted possessed. Whenever he was asked questions he didn't wish to answer.
According to skeptical investigator Joe Nickel, the photo published by the Indianapolis Star was not an official photo and was not taken by the police department. How did he know that? Like, how would you... I wasn't going to include him at first, but then I was like, his name sounds familiar. Mm-hmm. So you remember when I was watching the old episode of Who Remembers Sally Jesse Raphael. So she had a family on there that the mom and the dad were claiming that they were getting like sodomized and stuff by ghosts. That's the same family from the movie Haunting in Connecticut. Yeah. So he was on that episode, the skeptic. And he also he went against Ed and Lorraine Warren a lot. So once I realized that was him, I was like, oh, I need to include him.
Yeah.
I don't know how he knew that wasn't a real picture, but he also interviewed many witnesses and concluded that there were a number of non-supernatural explanations for the claimed supernatural events.
Okay. I was going to say maybe he debunked it. Maybe he like recreated it or something.
The family physician, Jeffrey Onye-Ukwu, was skeptical from the beginning and didn't witness any paranormal events. He believed the family was hallucinating.
Mass hysteria.
Oh. Yeah, that would be mass hysteria.
Yeah. Wasn't mass. What's mass? How many people make masses?
I want to say more. This is just me. These are my facts.
Opinions. These are my facts.
I would say more than 2.
Okay.
Because there is a term for when it's 2 people.
Yes. What is it?
I
couldn't remember.
Because I remember there were these twins. Yeah, and they were like running into traffic and stuff like that. Like one of them killed her neighbor. It was crazy. But yeah, it's a term for when it's 2.
Folle à deux.
Yeah, that's it.
Madness for 2. I did not take French. I took Spanish. So
I took both.
So how do you say it?
You said it right.
Ooh. This demon house was demolished January 19th, 2016 by the owner at the time, host and executive producer of Ghost Adventures, Zach Bagans. Zach Bagans. He released a documentary in 2018 called Demon House, where he explained that the house was just too evil to leave standing. The documentary is interesting.
It is.
It was interesting.
I mean, if y'all are interested in the case, I would watch it to get like a better understanding because, I mean, pretty much everybody was in the documentary except for Latoya and her kids. Yeah, like her mom was in there, the officer. Ossifer. Like pretty much all of the officers and caseworkers, they were in the documentary. So I will watch it.
Yeah, it was...
Just prepare yourself.
Yeah, I would have an open mind. Yeah. I wouldn't be expecting it to be one way or the other, completely a hoax or completely...
True.
Yeah. Haunted.
That's all, folks. We would love for you guys to get in on the conversation. So be sure to follow us on Instagram at It's a Strange World Podcast and on Twitter at Pod Strange World.
I know that's weird.
It is.
But it's because the bitch ass Twitter wouldn't let us use our actual name. It also wouldn't let us do anything like a Strange World or anything like that.
Yeah.
So if any of you guys are listening and you got our podcast name, hit us up so we can get it back. Like if you're not using it, I guess. You know, sometimes people aren't using it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But it is at Pod Strange World. Instagram, It's a Strange World Podcast. Tell us what you guys think about the Ammons haunting. Also, if you guys, let us know if you guys would like an episode covering the Demon House documentary and what Zach Bagans and his crew, Bagans.
I mean, I think somebody pronounced it Baggins, though. Like, there was a clip from like Inside Edition or something, and she was saying Baggins. So it maybe
Zach B.
Yeah,
because that's how he was dressed. And his crew, what they experienced, that was so terrifying that he had to demolish the home. Allegedly.
I have my theories, but
yeah, just let us know. We could even maybe do a watch party if enough of you guys are interested.
That would be fun.
Yeah, let us know. So, see you next time on It's a Strange World After All. And thank you for keeping it strange with us.